Let me get my handy dandy measuring tape so we can see how long this baby is. Alright, so let's measure this baby. It's 10.5 inches. That's about how long these video cards can go. Now, as you can see here, it has 3 80mm fans on it, making sure you have a cool setup all the way when you overclock this baby. Now, let us compare it with the ordinary 4870X2. Here it is. So these cards are basically identical in terms of engine, but in terms of cooling, they have different types of cooling. One is a tri-fan, like we said earlier, and the other one is a standard one. Here it is. Now, as you can see, this video card requires one 8-pin and one 3-pin to run, and that goes the same for this one as well. Now, without further ado, let's test all these video cards on this baby right here. Time for the test, so put your eyes on this. So what we have here is a 3D Mark 06. It's a 3D Mark 2006 release of the Gamers Benchmark software. It's made by FutureMark Corporation, and this is one of the most used benchmark utilities to test video cards out there. If you look at the internet and look for gaming video card reviews, you'll most likely see the reviewer using this software to test the video card they are testing. Now, as you can see here, this is the test portion. You can actually select different tests that you want to run on the specific model. What we are going to do now is to select the test that we will run on the video cards. So we're going to select everything and click OK. Now on this part, you will be able to set the resolution you want the test to run on. For example, we've set it to 1280 by 1024, which is mostly the standard resolution of a lot of gamers out there who have at least 19-inch screen size. But for us, we have an AOC, the latest AOC 19-inch monitor, which is capable of running 1680 by 1050 resolution, which is pretty high because this resolution, you will only see this on 22 inches and above. This is probably the first 19-inch that I've seen being able to run at this resolution. Still, we want this to be a fair test, so we're going to run it at the standard resolution that we see on most computers out there, which is 1280 by 1024. You can also set a lot of other functions to turn on or not. For example, anti-aliasing. You can set it to high or 8 sample AA or none. Of course, increasing it will allow you to run your video cards with better graphics on the screen. We're not going to go to the details on that because it'll be a little hard for you to understand. But what we want to do is put it on 8 sample AA to really test our video cards if they're up to the challenge. You can also set the text filtering and all the rest of these functions here, which we are not going to go to the detail on. Click OK. And here on this part, you will be able to see the system information that you have. As you can see, we have the graphics card that we're using is the ATI Radeon HD 4800 series. Actually, we have a 4870 on Crossfire setup right now on this rig, running on the Intel Core i7 CPU 920 at 2.67 GHz, which is the stock speed of this processor. We're not running this on an overclock setup, so we can really see all the details and all the score on stock speed. The memory that we're using, unfortunately, we haven't received the triple channel RAMs yet from OCZ, so we're gonna run it on the ordinary OCZ Reaper 2 by 1 GB RAM, giving us a total of 2032 MB. And of course, the OS that we wanted to test it on, which is a Vista 64-bit, the installer hasn't arrived from Microsoft yet. So we're going to test it on our beloved Microsoft Windows XP 32-bit. So without further ado, let's run a test on this baby. Now, what do all these scores means? It's a synthetic score, meaning there's already a pre-setup of all the settings giving you that score. What we want to show you next is the real thing, meaning we're going to play a game and we're going to have a special guest, Brian Gerona of Acme Web. You guys probably know him as one of our gamers in our previous episodes. He's here. He's graced us with his presence to explain to us further how you will benefit by using these cards on an actual game. So watch out for that. But before that, let's pause for a break.